What's up everyone, this is CyberKnight8610, and today I'm going to go through my Windwitch Speedroid Deck Profile with you guys. Yeah, this build is a lot of fun to use. You're using the speed that Speedroids have and Windwitches, being able to Synchro Summon as quickly as you want to, being able to bring out like Clear Wing Synchro Dragon or Crystal Wing in the first turn even, is just insane. I gotta say, this is one of the best Synchro decks out there, especially right now. So yeah, let me go ahead and go through our cards, and then we'll explain them as we go. Alright, so starting off with our Windwitch monsters, we have 3 of Windwitch Ice Spell, as well as 3 of Windwitch Glass Spell, and then 2 of Windwitch Snow Bell. These cards are amazing. I mean, just those 3 monsters together can help you bring out a Crystal Wing in your first turn. And I'll walk you through how this works. All you gotta do is, basically for this example, let's say it's your opening hand and you have Windwitch Ice Spell. Well, it can be special summoned when you have no monsters on your side of the field. Use that effect to special summon it, then afterwards you can get Glass Spell, special summon it to your side of the field, then you're able to add Snow Bell to your hand, use its effect because then it can be special summoned when you have 2 wind monsters on your side of the field. Obviously by then you have Ice Spell and Glass Spell, so then you can special summon Snow Bell. And then after that, since you have all 3 of them on your side of the field, you can Synchro Summon Ice Spell and Glass Spell together. You can go for whether it be Windwitch Winter Bell, which is a level 7 Synchro monster, or even Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. Then after that, you have that level 7 Synchro monster in your side of the field with Snow Bell. Synchro Summon them together, you have an instant Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, just like that. I mean, just by itself, Ice Spell gets you this. I mean, that's how simple it is. They're able to Synchro Summon so quickly on that. You can also go for other monsters too if you wish, but honestly, you're just better off going for like Clear Wing, and then, of course, Crystal Wing right after. It is always your best strategy. Being able to negate stuff and all that, yeah, I mean, it is just insane how easy it is to do that. And also, too, they have some burning effects, too, that can go with them, especially if you go for Winter Bell. You can just start doing some burn damage to your opponent with that, and it can definitely weaken your opponent for some bigger plays later on, too. And if they're using a lot of Solums and stuff, that can actually win you the duel, even just doing a little bit of burn damage. But yeah, that's what's so crazy about the Windwitch monsters, is that plain and simple, they are just an instant Crystal Wing, and that means a lot. Alright, now moving on to our Speedroid monsters. Obviously, you gotta have 3 of Speedroid Terror Top. This card is just insane. You guys know how it works so well, and even like Zodiacs and other things too. Even when you're not even intending on using it for a Synchro Summon, this card works great, because you can go for rank 3s even. But yeah, it is basically Ice Spell for Speedroids. I mean, it's the same exact idea. Everything I just explained about Ice Spell, same with this one. You're able to special summon when you have no monsters on your side of the field. It sets up for a lot of different synchro plays you want to go for. It's another way that Speedroids then can also go for Crystal Wing or Clear Wing with just minimal effort, really. And it's just insane that we've had a monster like this for so long. It can help you even then go for a tuner monster, go for, like I said, that instant Clear Wing, use this with Red Eye Dice if you want to, and I mean, it's obvious how powerful this card is. One that I don't think we're going to have for much longer either, unfortunately. I think this ban list is going to target it, or more than likely. I don't know. We still don't have a ban list yet, so who knows? I guess anything's possible. And then, of course, after that, we have 3 of Speedroid Taken Tomborg. It's a monster that you can special summon your side field when you have a wind monster. So, obviously, if you have Terror Top, you want to have Taken Tomborg. Bring that special summon out, then you can even tribute Taken Tomborg to then go for a tuner monster from your deck. So with that, go for Red Eye Dice, use its effect to change the level of Terror Top, and then go for a Clear Wing instantly, because you could change Terror Top to a level 6 monster, and Red Eye Dice is a level 1 tuner monster. There you go, easy Synchro Summon, or whatever you want to go for. It's just really simple on that, just basically a monster that you can easily special summon, that way you can use it for a Synchro Summon, or it's just a way you can search for a tuner monster. Either way, definitely comes in handy. I also have 2 of Speedroid Double Yo-Yo, basically just because it can revive your Speedroids, so, you know, more fuel for Synchro Summoning. Then after that we have Speedroid Red Eye Dice. It's your main tuner monster you're going to be using for the deck. Like I said, it can change the levels of other monsters and go for just about any Synchro monster you want. Being able to search for it with Taken Tomborg is amazing, and it's going to be the tuner you're going to use more than any other one. And it's another reason too why you only really need 2 of Winter Bell instead of 3. And then after that I'm also using 2 of Speedroid Tri-Eye Dice. This card is mainly useful just because it's another tuner monster for you, a level 3 tuner at that, and also it's just great for its graveyard effect, because when it's in the graveyard, it can actually negate one of your opponent's monster's attacks. It's just really helpful because of its attack negation and being another tuner monster. Not much else to say really other than that. And then last for Speedroid, we have 2 of Speedroid Horse Stilts. It's another new card that we got from Raging Tempest, and basically it's just there to help you get more Speedroids on your side of the field to go for Synchro Summoning. I mean, with it, you're able to get one of your Speedroids from your hand, special summon it, and also it has a graveyard effect, kind of like with Tri-Eye Dice, where you're able to then send one of your Speedroids from the deck to the graveyard, or one of your wind monsters, I guess I really should say. So with that, of course, it can set up some different plays for you, even with Double Yo-Yo, but mainly it's just another card to help you special summon more Speedroids as quickly as possible to then go for synchro summonings. And for the last of our monsters, I'm using one Gen X Ally Birdman, as well as 2 of Max C. Max C is really easy to explain because it's a draw engine card. It's great to have anything like this. I mean, with any synchro deck out there, especially with Speedroids, the more cards you have in your hand, the more synchro summon you can do. I mean, it's like that with even like Synchrons and stuff too. So you're able to pull off bigger plays with the more cards you have. So that's the reason you want Max C. Also, Gen X Ally Birdman is just great because there's so many cards that special summon themselves in this deck, and you can easily return them back if you need to bring this card out. And again, it's another tuner monster that I can use to help me synchro summon. So plain and simple, just like it works with any other deck out there that involves synchro summoning, it's just there to help you synchro summon even more monsters. And then of course, moving on to spell cards, we have 3 of Speed Recovery. This card is awesome. Not only is it a revival card for Speedroids, it's also a recycling card for them too. It's kind of like even a Monster Reborn, I guess, if you want to think about it like that for Speedroids. Anyway, it allows you to special summon one of your Speedroid monsters, which is really great for the synchro Speedroids, or just, you know, if you need like a tuner monster or whatever, you need more, I guess, levels to go for whatever synchro monster you want, there you go, the special summon it, and you can use it for part of the synchro summoning. And then not only that, when this is in the graveyard, you can banish it to then add one of your Speedroid monsters back to your hand. So with that, of course, get that Terror Top back in your hand. You can special summon it later on using its effect, or whatever. I mean, you're able to just basically set up everything the way you want to go for more synchro summoning. It's a great card for the deck, and like I said, when you're able to revive and recycle cards, that's just awesome. Then, not only that, we also have Soul Charge, because of all the different monsters I'm bringing out. Obviously, Soul Charge can be a game-winning thing for me. I activate it, I can bring back all my monsters, go for whatever synchro I want, then after that, Upstart Goblin, draw power. Plain and simple. You guys know how that works. I mean, everyone, just about every deck runs Upstart Goblin still, even at 1, because you can draw a card from it, and that can change the game for you, especially in a deck like this where you're synchro summoning. Then after that, 2 of Twin Twisters. Spells and traps are the enemy, like always. You know, in any deck that you special summon a lot, you don't know if there could be a vanities or just anything to stop you a Solemn, so you want to use these to just get rid of those. That way you don't have to deal with them. After that, 1 for 1, have a lot of level 1 monsters, especially my tuner monsters. Why not use this, special summon to my side of the field, and then go for a synchro summon. And then last but not least, we have Foolish Burial, because some of my cards I want to send them to the graveyard and use them with other effects. So there you go. Foolish Burial is always the best way of doing that. Alright, now moving on to trap cards, we have Vanity's Emptiness. This card obviously shuts down so many decks out there right now, and including this one. I mean, so you want to watch out for your opponent using this, but really, if you are able to play this and you already have a Crystal Wing on your side of the field, your opponent's pretty well locked down with just 2 cards, because they can't special summon when this is out, and then also Crystal Wing just negates cards. So really, if you combo both of them together, you can pretty much win the duel with that. So against a lot of different decks out there that special summon. But also, like I said, watch out for that when you're going against it too. That's the reason we have those Twin Twisters. And then after that, we have our Solemn cards. We have Solemn Warning and 2 of Solemn Strike. Yeah, they're the same as always. Negate your opponent from summoning anything that could get in your way, or with Solemn Strikes, even effects that get in your way. As always, I mean, they're pretty much staples too, especially those Solemn Strikes. That way you don't have to deal with certain cards out there. And then last but not least, for our last 2 traps, we have 2 Storming Mirror Force. This card's just really good. You can use really any of the different Mirror Forces that you want. I like this one because it returns to the hand. At first, I was using the Earth one, Quaking Mirror Force, but it just flips monsters over. It can come in handy in a lot of situations, but Storm Mirror Force, as one of my viewers was telling me, is a little bit better this format, and I happen to agree, because you're just able to return back to the hand. And with that, especially extra deck monsters, they go back to the extra deck. They're not just flip face down, so they're just gone, and you don't have to deal with them. Your opponent actually has to resummon them. So with that, it helps out so much, and can really just turn the duel for you in your favor. Especially if your opponent goes all in with their monsters, too. Just return them all and resets the field. Alright, now moving on to the extra deck, we have 2 of Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. This card is just amazing in this deck. Yes, I know, it's extremely expensive at the time of this video too. Hopefully we'll get a reprint at some point. Right now it's a little too pricey. It's kind of hard for me to tell people, yeah, go run out and get these. I'd probably wait for a reprint now, especially since we don't know what's happening on a ban list, and of course link summoning and all that too. I'm sure it's going to be a little bit different on that. So it's a card I would kind of wait on to see what happens. I have a feeling it's going to get a reprint soon anyway. But basically, you need 2 of this card for this deck, because it is so easy to bring it out. Like I said, your first turn you can have one of these, and if you get both even, it's amazing. And it's not tough to bring out both either. It's negation effect, it's a 3000 attack monster, and also it can become stronger. Yeah, it is definitely a tough synchro monster to deal with. It can lock down your opponent really easily, and it's great against so many different decks out there too because of that. After that, for our level 7 synchro monsters I'm using, we have 2 of Clearwing Synchro Dragon, and then of course 2 of Windwitch Winter Bell. So all of these are basically the synchro monsters you're going to be summoning the most, because you're going to be going for Clear Wing or Winter Bell, and then using a level 1 tuner with those to then go for Crystal Wing. Now, if you plan on going for Crystal Wing, I would go for Winter Bell, and then you can use Winter Bell's burn effect, and then after that use it as a synchro material for Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. But yeah, it always seemed like it was a little bit better just to use Winter Bell to go into Crystal Wing, just because you get that burn damage off, and then you could turn it into a Crystal Wing, whereas Clear Wing, you just have a little bit more of a heavy hitter monster with it, which you can also always turn into it, but if I didn't have the tuner monster necessary, I could still use it just out there and it would be a strong monster either way. Then after that we have Mistworm, which is a good wind level 9 synchro monster. It is another one that is really easy to bring out, and being a wind monster, it makes it a lot better too, because you can only special summon wind monsters in a lot of cases when you're using this deck. So Mistworm really works out on that. Then after that we have a Psyframe Lord Omega. This card's really great just because I can bring out any generic synchro monsters that I want, and Omega is just one of the best synchro monsters out there right now, especially for level 8s. Unfortunately, it's not a wind monster, so that makes it a little tougher to bring out in certain circumstances, but it's still a great monster that I can bring out, so I figured I would still add one of those in, as well as Coral Dragon. It's a great level 6 to have, and with its effect too, it's really good. Being able to remove monsters that could be a problem. Again though, it's water instead of being wind, but it's still a great option to have out there, just in case. Then of course after that we have High Speedroid Kendama, which is a wind level 6 synchro monster, so obviously it's going to be easy to bring out, and does some burn damage too, so why not? And it can revive itself, that's what I always like about that too. After that we have Stardust Charge Warrior. Again, same reason, because you have a wind attribute monster, a synchro monster you can bring out easily, and you get to draw a card from it, and like I said, with the next second synchro summon, more cards you have, the more synchros you can bring out. Kind of just how it goes. And then last but not least, we have High Speedroid Chambara. It's a wind level 5 synchro monster that's easy to bring out, can attack twice, and win games for you. Just nothing else needs to be said, honestly, with that. And then after that, moving on to Exceed monsters, because it is possible. I'm running Lightning Chidori, because it's possible to bring out a rank 4, so might as well have Lightning Chidori because I have wind monsters, and also Castell, because anything that can bring out rank 4s, obviously you need Castell, and Totem Bird, because all of our level 3 wind monsters, might as well throw a Totem Bird in there too, because it can definitely come in handy for you, and yeah, sometimes if you don't have a tuner monster inside the field, you have to resort to Exceed summoning. And yep, there you go, that is my Windwitch Speedroid Deck Profile. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It is definitely a fun deck to use, although it is a bit pricey. Like I said, Crystal Wing is just really expensive right now. Hopefully that will change, you'll get a reprint at some point, but I kind of have a feeling that we might get a ban list, or, you know, of course, even link summoning could happen before then, so it might be tough for a lot of people out there that play budget to build this, so that's kind of unfortunate, but playing it like on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro or something, which anyone can do, is a lot of fun, and I gotta say, it's one of the most fun synchro decks I've used in quite a while, because I've kind of missed using synchro monsters. I really haven't used too many lately, so I really do recommend it to anyone out there, and if you happen to have the Crystal Wings, I mean, just more reason for you to build it. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this build. As always, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit that like button if you want to see more deck profiles. Helps out a ton, as well as subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Openings and deck profiles and other things too, and be sure to leave a comment. Tell me if you have any other deck profiles you would like to see in the future, if you have some requests, because I do plan on building Ancient Gears and Dinosaurs when those structure decks are out, and also I am working on a Black Luster Soldier build and some other random builds too. But yeah, again, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and of course I will. Catch you guys later. See ya.